What's in the what's in the what's in the what's in the bag?
Welcome to another segment of What's in the Bag, where we give the voice to the voiceless and we let you say whatever is on your mind. It's me, Marvina, your host, and with me today is my BFF, Eva.
Ooh, what's in the bag, family? We're coming to you guys tonight with a brand new portion of our segment called the What's in the Bag Review. Now, this is where Marvina and I will be out and about in various businesses, and we're going to come back and share our experiences with you.
Yeah.
We're going to be rating these customers, these businesses basically based upon their customer service, the overall quality of the products and services that's being rendered, and basically the cleanliness of the establishments as well.
Yeah, well, let me let you know, and we're going to find out if you have a great establishment and we find that this review is good, we're going to put you in a designer bag.
Yeah.
But if it stink, and a lot of them stink,
Yes.
I'm saying this, we're going to put you in a trash bag. And I think it's fair, so watch out, because here we come.
So now to keep you guys from winding up in a trash bag, make sure you guys on point when we come around.
That's right.
Now for those of you guys that's going to be in that designer bag, just keep on doing what you do. You're going to see our smiling faces come up in there. Sometimes you may not even know, but guess what? We're going to put you on blast and we're going to bring you out on our show and let everybody know. Now Marvina, now you had an experience like that not too long ago, didn't you?
Yes, let me tell you about what's in my bag. You know, girl, it's about the locks for me, right?
Yeah,
you know my TikTok. It's about the locks for me. Well, I thought that I wanted to try something different with my hair, with my locks, and I felt that maybe a little color, not really a color, but to bring out my grays. Like, it's already graying, I'm graying around the ends. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna ask my beautician, can she, bring out the grays, just make them, look nice and everything. And she told me she couldn't do it, and that's respectful. I understand she couldn't do it. So I said, let me go on.
She was being honest.
Yeah, she was keeping it real. I said, let me look around. I'm gonna find someone that maybe someone different who make. So I got on the phone. I'm downtown with my mom, and I got on the phone and I called this place, this exotic texture for natural hair, and I talked to a young lady and I told her what I wanted. I told her I wanted the gray, and maybe if I could get a little patch of gray up on the top, She said, yeah, I can do it. I can do it, and I said, okay. I made the appointment. You go online. She said it's where you go online and you book your appointment online. And I went on. I said, I'm gonna try the earliest appointment. So they had the earliest appointment was at 9:00 on Saturday. I was like, okay.
Ooh, on a Saturday,
better yet, it was 9:30. It was 9:30 on a Saturday. But I said, man, I'm gonna get up and go. I wanted to get my hair done. I wanted to try something new. So when I got there, first of all, you didn't understand. It's a building. I guess it's on. Let me see, Ralph McGrill Boulevard.
Downtown.
Downtown. And I was a little lost, so I decided to call the young lady, and I think her name is Ayana. Ayana. I said, Ayana, I'm a little lost. She said, oh, yeah, you're on the right. She told me I was right where I was at, but I'll be late. So I said, you're gonna be late.
But you're gonna be late, or the beautician's gonna be late.
The beautician gonna be late. I was early,
what a way
girl.
to start off
I
on a
was
Saturday.
there. Yeah, I was early. I wasn't late. I was there before at 9:30. I was pulling in, trying to get in, and I said, okay. So she said she was gonna be late. I said, okay, that's fine. So she told me to wait there. So I said, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. I sat in the car for a minute, but it was one of them pollen days. I couldn't really take it. So I said, let me just go inside. So when I went inside, you go upstairs. It's very nice. It looked like a beautiful setting, very nice setting. But when I went in, each one of the beauticians or the people do eyelashes, they do all kinds of stuff in there. I realize that. But she had this little booth. And it looked like, you remember how the phone booths was? Maybe two. Remember them old phone booths? Maybe
Superman.
Two. Yeah, but maybe two of those. And in that booth was her chair and her mirror, and she actually had a dryer in there where you sit up under. So while I'm standing there, I looked inside and I checked it out, and I'm standing there waiting because she was late. Another young lady pulled up, and I was like, came walking up, and she asked me, did I have an appointment? I was like, yes, I have an appointment. The young lady, I said, so do you have an appointment? She said, yes, I have an appointment. I said, what time is your appointment? She said, 9:30. I said, mine was 9:30. So what do so we standing there, and I said, okay. So another guest worker came through, and he told me to go sit in the waiting room. I sat down in the waiting room, and while I'm sitting in the waiting room, Ayana must have came in. And when I got into the room, this little room, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, how's she going to do this? We both booked at the same time. She said they double booked her. I was like, how did you double book?
It's an online service.
On an online service. How did you double book? What is wrong with that? Something's really wrong with this. So I told the young lady I had to be out there by 12 o'clock because I had a meeting to go to. Young lady says, Ayana, well, this is my other client, and what she says to me was killing me. She said, she comes all the time. She's a regular. So I'm saying she's a regular, but what that has to do with me?
She's a regular, she puts you to the bottom.
Yeah, so I'm to the bottom, I guess. I don't know what that meant. So I was like, okay, but I have to be out at 12. I set my appointment for this reason.
Right.
This young lady put me in her seat and put the other young lady on the dryer and commenced to doing my hair. She did my hair wonderful. She put the stuff in it and started doing it. And then she took me out and she put me over where the dryer was and took the other young lady and put her in the seat and did her. And she was switching us back and forth maybe about 2 or 3 times. I was like really done because I'm like, okay, I know I'm not going to be out here by 12. And she just made it really, hard for me to even enjoy.
And all the while, did she have a color on you?
Yeah, I had all this. It changed all these different colors. I don't even know what the colors was. I know she was putting these aluminum foils. She was doing all this extra. She was taking me back and forth, and the experience was terrible. It was like terrible customer service. How do you take someone's money and give just terrible customer service? I'm just going to get that. But leave it from there. The young lady went to rinse out the color out of my hair and set me at the bowl and asked me, do I mind sitting at the bowl? So I said, okay, not understanding what that meant, but I sat there at the bowl for over 30 minutes. Who sits somebody at a bowl over 30 minutes? And, I mean, she did rinse me out. I was just sitting there. How you just sit me there for 30 minutes? And then once she came back, she was coming back through the back door, and she said she was at the beauty supply store because she had to find some other color for my hair. I don't know what that meant. I just know she said she was at the beauty supply store.
So when she rinsed you out, did she wash it out?
Yeah, she washed it out. Yeah, she washed it out now.
Okay.
But I'm just sitting there waiting on her to come back. When she comes to get me and bring me to the room, the young lady that she was doing her hair was gone, and she was already done on someone else's head. And my hair, she didn't even finish. So let me just go to this point. From a 12 o'clock to 12:30, which was 3 hours. She said it only takes 3 hours to do this. I didn't get out of there till 3:30. It was a little after 3:30.
Well, she was late, so that's probably made up.
The late, not even just the late. She did a couple of heads before she could even continue to do. It was the experience that bothered me.
Oh yeah.
She gave me a really bad experience. It was trash. And I told her I was going to do this review.
And I'm looking at your hair now, and it looks good.
Hey.
But it's not. You said gray. So what happened to the color? Because I'm seeing something different.
She told me when I told her that I wanted to, what a mess she did. She told me to come back and let her
Did you realize it in the chair? Or?
No, I didn't know. I realized it when I went to take it out to do a segment.
Oh,
she had braided it up and sent me on wet, and she said that it was okay. And when I went to go do a segment.
So let me get this right. So she basically knew that the color wasn't right. That's why she pinned your hair up.
Girl,
So
I don't know. I don't know what she did. I don't know her reasons. I don't do hair. I just know the experience was terrible. Even if the color wasn't right and she couldn't do it, I expected better service.
Yeah.
And what bothered me about her was she gave me all the excuses in the world why the experience should have been a certain way. She literally told me that she overbooked because of she has one system and they have another, and I asked her, I said, well, why didn't you fix that? You know, if it's
a problem.
It's a problem. This doesn't seem like this something that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is something seems like it's ongoing. Mm-hmm. So why didn't you fix the problem? Why are we at right here? And then for you to do what you did, if it could have been a better job if you took out the time.
Yeah.
And gave me the service that I needed.
Mm-hmm.
That I deserve.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I deserve to have better service than that. And all the excuses. I mean, I can go on and on about how she made this experience as me being a customer, as me being a new person in her chair, and disregarding me the way she did. I spent a lot of money on her service, and she didn't even.
When you called her and told her that you weren't happy and it wasn't the color that you wanted, what did she say? I mean,
she said she'll dye it back black. I said,
but your hair wasn't black.
That's my point. I said, well, sweetie, my hair wasn't black. I said, you will be dyeing my hair black, not back black.
She's gonna give you a whole nother experience.
Yes, I said no. I just told her I don't want you to do it anymore. I was gonna do it and give you half of your money back. I said, really?
Oh, so she at least gave you back half of your money.
I didn't see that money. What money?
So she was just telling you something
Girl,
that she thought
please.
you wanted to hear.
I knew I wasn't gonna get it back.
Not realizing who she had in her chair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like this. You know, you shouldn't know. You should treat everybody the way you want to be treated.
Exactly.
And I spent $180 in her chair, and I got $10 worth of service, and that's being really nice.
So who did this?
Oh man, I went to Lock Love on ONET. Hey Trina, shout out to Trina. Yes, baby, she been doing it. She the one told me she couldn't do it in the first place.
So she was okay.
She, you know, but then she said, "Girl, I'll hook you up. Don't you worry about a thing." I said, "Well, thank you. I love my style. She always hooked me up. I love her. Thank you very much." I said, "And if you have anybody that needs a wonderful, twist." She always had me hot. She always have it nice. I always walk out feeling pretty. She always talk to me. She makes me feel comfortable in her chair, and always get me in and out.
That's part of the experience that you're accustomed to. That you're looking for.
Yes.
So what's the name of the business again?
Oh, Exotic Texture. I actually got a card by Ayana. I went and got a card for her. Let me just show y'all this. You know. Would I recommend anybody? No, I wouldn't. And I'm just going to say I would put her in the trash bag because, be honest with you.
You got your trash bag. What you gonna do to clean this up?
And I told her I wasn't trying to be mean. It's not about personal. It's about business. I gave you money for a service.
Right. There was a transactional sale.
Yes.
You spending your money.
Yes.
And you want $180.
Yes.
You want your money.
Yes, girl. And I really want my money back, but I ain't gonna do that.
I understand. So you get reviewed.
Yeah.
You never know when we're gonna show up and where we're gonna be.
Exactly.
So, you gotta be always. I guess the moral of the story is that always treat your customers with respect.
Yes.
Always give them the quality of service that they deserve.
That's right.
I read something today where it said, it was a question, and it said, should you treat people the way you want to be treated? I'm saying, I treat people the way I want to be treated. But then they came back and said, no, you really should treat people the way they want to be treated.
Okay.
Especially when you have a business. So you have to think about who your customers are when they walk through the door and the experience that you're giving, especially when it comes to beauty. Whether it is a man going into a barbershop or a woman going into the beauty salon, going to the nail shop, wherever we're going to get ourselves all pampered and put together, we expect to get our money's worth. We're coming in there for a reason.
Exactly.
And this is a skill set that you're supposed to have, so your services should be a whole lot better. Well, I'm glad that you were able to take and go and get because I saw.
Everybody like, oh, I love your hair. I love your color now.
I'm BFF. I was like, oh, girl.
I love the color now. Yeah, it's done. Thank you, Trina. But once it get old and come out, it's going to be back like it was before. So I'm just saying, my fault for trusting someone who tells me that I have a false reasons of the color. No, what she say? I have a false realization of color when I asked her could she do it, and she said she could. So how false is that? I'll never trust it again. I promise you. I'm just gonna stay in my lane and just let God make me great.
You guys got it. Exotic textures. Be careful. We're not telling you not to go and patronize. That's not what we're saying. We're saying do your homework.
Yes.
You go in there, you talk to Ayana, tell her you want to talk to some of her customers. You want to see what her work really looks like.
Right.
You want to be in there $180 later and then not get what you want, because Marvina came back at a different way and was able to handle it on a more professional level. Some people aren't there yet, so be careful about where you're spending your money.
Yeah, girl. Let's talk about some other things. I'm tired of that. Let's talk about some of this designer bag we got going on.
Well, let me tell you.
Come on, talk about it.
Yesterday, my BFF called me up. She said, "Oh, girl, I went to this restaurant. I'm gonna have to take you. I want you to try it."
Yeah.
She said, it's not big old fancy. You just come the way you are and you're gonna have a good time. I said, okay. Yesterday we got a chance to go and do that, and my goodness, when I tell you, she took me to Freddy's. Never heard of them before, but she took me to this spot called Freddy's. What's frozen ice custard or something like that on Highway 1215, Highway 85 in Riverdale.
Delicious.
You get the designer bag this week.
Yes.
Oh my God,
love it.
If you're an onion ring lover. I don't care if you don't do anything but go in there and order the onion rings.
Exactly.
Order the onion rings.
Yes.
They are to die for. Get you a couple of orders.
Yes, I do.
You don't even need the burger. Although the burger was phenomenal as well.
Yes, girl. And I enjoyed their patty melt. Oh, that patty melt. It's like it takes you. I always can. It's two of them, so I only eat one half all the time because I get full. And I always I got the fries and the onion rings because I couldn't figure out which side I wanted. It was so good. And their ice cream is to die for. I really love their ice cream. It's really good. Their shakes. I have tried the shakes also.
I'm not a shake person, but I've never seen a milkshake this thick in the Georgia heat that was not melting like that. And they were still tearing it up.
Yeah.
And I also have to tell you, it's even though it's on Highway 85 in Riverdale, it's in a great spot. It's down not too far from the Hobby Lobby back over in that area. Yeah. So it's easy access.
Yes.
And the customer service was off the chain.
Yes, thumbs up.
Very friendly.
Yes.
From the front end where they took your order to where you go and pick your order up.
Yes.
Very courteous and making sure that you had everything that you need. And with everything that was going on, the drive-through was packed.
Yes.
The inside was packed, but they were COVID friendly.
Yes.
I have to say that.
Yes.
It's one of the few restaurants that I have been to in a very long time that's been truly COVID friendly. So they had people appropriately spaced so that you weren't all up on each other and no one was up on you.
Very good.
And the restaurant was
clean.
Oh my God. It was clean. It was very clean.
Yes, clean.
Normally when you hit some spots and it's during the rush hour time, things just kind of all over the place. But it was very clean.
Very clean.
And even as we sat outside, because for us we don't like to be cold. It was a little cool in there. But in their defense, help cut down on the germs. And then it's such an open space with a lot of glass, so you got a lot of sun coming in.
Right.
But when I tell you they had that drive-through moving.
Hey, it was. I enjoyed just sitting there outside watching all the cars go around. It was just very pleasant. Everything about it was wonderful. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Thumbs up, Freddy.
Thumbs up. You guys get the designer bag. You
Yes,
guys get the designer
you
bag.
sure do.
Yes.
You get that. I love that.
1215 Highway 85 in Fayetteville.
That's right.
Shout out to management, because when I tell you that you guys have trained your staff
Yes.
very well,
Yes.
from the moment you walk in the door, it's an experience to
Yes,
have.
yes. We thank y'all. Thank y'all for great service.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you for joining us today on our first What's in the Bag review.
Woo.
Hey, I just want to let y'all know we're coming after you if you're doing wrong, but we're going to give you our thumbs up, and we're going to give you our designer bag if you're good. So let me say this, customer service is very important. I'm learning this through the times that I spend my money to get your service. And I feel like this, if I'm spending my money, you should give me what I am spending my money for. What do you think, girl?
I agree with you. So don't watch out. Don't get a trash bag. Now. Don't get that trash bag. You want that designer bag.
Yes.
But once again, y'all, like just like Marvina said, thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining with us. Don't forget to check us out on these other social media platforms.
Yes.
We're on Facebook with What's in the Bag, and we have Motivational Mondays. We have Talk About It Tuesdays. We have Wisdom Wednesday.
Yes, nice.
And don't forget to join us tomorrow for Throwdown Thursday. We have some great topics and get
Yes.
a healthy debate going there.
Yes.
And then also Friday.
Friday.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, so let me just say this to y'all now. Make sure you do not, and remember for the next segment in 2 weeks. Don't forget this. We have another segment in 2 weeks, and we looking forward to seeing y'all then.